Chapter 4. Caretaker. Or, do androids dream of falling stars? When at last Catherine neared the top of the mountain, she saw a figure of a man standing at the edge of the summit, turned away from her, gazing upward at the cloudless night sky, which was filled with dazzling stars from horizon to horizon. She crossed the rocky ground and stood at his side. They turned their eyes to each other, and Catherine was startled to see that the man smiling at her was Dr. Ian Mercer, her father. A surge of joy welled up inside her, and she could not suppress a broad smile. "Dr. Mercer, I found you." Mercer returned his gaze to the heavens above. "You are going up, Catherine." Catherine followed his line of sight upward. Billions of stars glimmered with gem-like clarity, intense and brilliant against the black velvet infinity of space. A concentration of stars in one area of the sky marked the dense galactic center, the hub around which the spiral arms spun like a cosmic pinwheel. As Catherine watched, she noticed a movement among the stars. The stars themselves were slipping from their positions, slowly at first, gaining speed, then streaking downward. They were falling all around her, now shimmering tiny sprites raining to the ground, splashing on rocks, filling in depressions with glowing luminescence, puddles of light. As the stellar downpour subsided to a drizzle, Catherine's eyes were drawn upward again. A few stars remained in the sky that did not fall. One large turquoise star stood out, powerfully bright, a shining beacon in the abyss of night. A veil of nebulosity shrouded the star, but its radiant heart burned through. Catherine gazed at the pinpoint of light and felt that this one particular star held some importance. She leaned into Mercer, a tower of strength. "What is that star, Dr. Mercer?" "She is the one whom I greatly love, the savior of a multitude, the one I hold in my hand." The stars that had fallen to the ground blanketed the mountains and surrounding landscape with glowing stardust, turning the darkness of night into the light of a new dawn. When Catherine was brought out of sleep mode, she was startled and shaken, in need to process the unfamiliar feeling that overwhelmed her, one that she had never before experienced. After a few moments, she identified the new sensation as confusion and felt to be drowning in it. A few seconds ago, she was on a mountaintop with Dr. Mercer, watching the stars falling like rain. And now she was here, though she did not know where here was. She did not know how she got from one place to another in a split second. Based on what she had learned at Equinox when she received her general knowledge downloads, her experience could be described as a dream. She might have considered this to be the case if not for one certainty that cast the assumption in doubt. Unless programmed to do so, androids do not dream, and Catherine was never given a dream program. IPS forbade it. But at the present moment, she was in this place, and she would have to center her thoughts to sort out the rush of stimuli in a calm, rational manner. First, where was she? Right now. Here. Before encountering Dr. Mercer on the mountain, she recalled running in the auction house on Dukas. She was being pursued. She was caught. They had used an EMP device on her. Catherine opened her eyes and focused on the room around her, the bot at the controls of a computer before her, and the Dukisi man standing behind the bot. She was in a sitting position, hands bound at her sides, her ankles restrained at the floor. Catherine accessed her deception program. In 1.2 seconds, she came up with a story. The mountaintop experience with Dr. Mercer would have to wait another time to unravel. Right, there she is. The bot at the computers had a pleasant, good-natured voice. Catherine recognized it as a standard tech droid, one might call humanoid, but not bearing the facsimiles of biological features, eyes, nose, mouth, and ears, the visual clues given an android to appear lifelike. This was a standing robot with a head, body, 2 arms, 2 legs, hands, and feet, but all metal and plastic. The figure behind it was a little shorter than the average Dukisi, but struck Catherine as the authority figure in the room. His red eyes narrowed on her. "Who are you?" This one did not share the bot's congeniality. Catherine kept her voice neutral. "I'm sorry, sir. I do not know." "What do you mean you don't know? Were you not given a name?" "My only memory is walking alone in the buildings. I know nothing before that time. Before I was taken." "Preposterous. No matter, though. You are now the property of the House of the Yellow Lantern. I am head of the house, Salum." He turned to the bot at the computers. "Odie, reformat this android and put it up for auction." Odie, the bot, nodded. "Yes, sir, but the next auction will not be held for some time due to the recent interruption." Odie's words brought a dark shadow to Salum's face. "I'm well aware of the interruption. This morning I must deal with—" Salum cut himself off, glancing in Catherine's direction, reconsidering his words. "Certain representatives." "Understood, sir. And the android?" "Reformat her, as I said. Do it now." "As you wish." Odie tapped at his console. With great subtlety, Catherine pulled on her restraints, testing them, but they held firm. The sound of the word reformat sent a wave of uneasiness through her core. She was about to be erased. Odie brought up screens and tapped to initiate the process. He looked at Catherine. "You have nothing to worry about. In a few moments, you'll have no memories at all. You'll have a new beginning, a new identity." Catherine thought fast. She was too far from the computer to connect with it, to interfere with its operation before it wiped her from existence. She tried to squeeze her hands through her restraints. The screen before Odie displayed a message. He turned to Salum. "I'm sorry, Master Salum. Our computers are incompatible with this android's operating system." Salum scowled at Odie. "What do you mean, incompatible?" "To perform a proper reformat, the task requires synchronization between master system and target, in this case, the android. If the target is incompatible, the master system is unable to carry out the task." Salum let that stew in his ears. "Damned humans," he growled. He leveled his gaze on Catherine. "You are from Earth, yes?" "Judging by my appearance, I would assume so." "It's the provenance again. Always running contrary to the galactic standard." Salum waved a hand and stomped away, heading for the door at the side of the room. "Odie, put her to work. I have other matters more important to attend to." "Yes, Master Salum." "Put her in Shinpo's supervision. Our unwanted guests will be here any minute, and an incompatible human android is the least of my concerns." "Yes, Master." But Salum was out the door. Odie turned his ocular sensors to Catherine. His eyes glowed like two small moons on his gray metal face. "Well, Master Salum may consider you unimportant, but I am happy you are incompatible." "Were you really going to reformat me?" "Oh, yes, most certainly. I must follow Master's orders." Odie tapped at his computer. The bindings at Catherine's wrists and ankles popped open, releasing her. Looking down, she became aware for the first time that her clothes were gone. She was in a seat under an overhead scanner, nude. A thought came to her, and her hands went up to her neck. The necklace was gone. Odie came forward. "It took me little time to see that you are an advanced work of technology. It would have been a shame to reformat you." "Thank you." "Odie of Tech Services, House of the Yellow Lantern. Salum is Master of Sales in the house." "The administrator." "Correct." "You are a tech bot." Catherine rose to her feet. "A most common worker of tech-related issues. A fix-it bot. I fix things." "I don't think you can fix my problem." "Your memories have been wiped. I doubt that I will be able to recover them. But I've formulated a theory to the cause of your memory loss." "Which is?" "You were stolen." The first thing an android thief does with newly stolen property is to wipe its memory. I believe you were stolen from our inventory and then abandoned when the thieves thought they were about to be caught. Was anyone caught? No, they must have gotten away. Well, no matter. I can't think of a better explanation. Catherine was surprised at the ease and depth with which her duplicity had carried her. In milliseconds, she arrived at an explanation. This common fix-it bot had no deception program. It could not tell a lie, and it assumed the same level of honesty in her. Catherine looked around the room. Odie, it appears that my clothes have been taken. May I have them returned? I don't know where they are, as I was not present when they were taken. Another thing. I recall before being taken, I had a necklace. That, too, is gone. I have no knowledge of a necklace. Was it important? Catherine shook her head. I thought perhaps it might be a clue to help me find out who I am. If it can be located and returned, that would be appreciated. Do you not remember your name? No. Then what should I call you? May I give you a name if you can't think of one? What did you have in mind? Pym. Pym? Pym was the name of the woman who created me. Rick slid his fingers around the container until he found the release, then pulled it, opening the case. Gold, silver, and platinum bars filled the case, along with some other exotic metals unfamiliar to Rick. Now there's a bit of loose change that'll keep us going for a while. Rick lifted one of the gold bars and felt its weight in his hand. He looked over at the second container resting on the deck. QR, the way I see it, one of these cases is mine, the other's yours. QR looked away from his computer screens. Well, I would just assume my share be assimilated into the general fund for this expedition. Rick returned the gold bar to the case. Hey, you better take it. You might need it to buy back Rapana. I have no intention of buying back what rightfully belongs to me. Explain that to the pirate goons who've got your ship. QR played out that scenario in his mind for a moment. On second thought, perhaps I should accept your generosity. Smart move. Rick stepped across the main cabin's deck. QR had been reviewing the data from the auction house since stowing AC Ducey in its present hiding place. Rick watched him at work. What did you find out? They've encrypted it. All their sales records. Why would they do that? Who encrypts their sales records? Perhaps this was not the first time they've had a data breach. Can you break it? QR thought it over. It's going to take some time, but yes, I'll break it.